solve 0 equals x squared plus 6x plus 8. Here we have a quadratic equation that actually doesn't look like it could be solved easily using factoring, so we're going to use our method of completing the squares. And remember, in completing the squares, ultimately we're going to be adding the value of b over 2 squared to create a perfect square trinomial, which we can then factor out and solve for. So let's rewrite this equation isolating the x squared and 6x terms first. So it's going to give us x squared plus 6x, and move the 8 by subtracting from both sides onto the other side. That equals negative 8. And now we can figure out what is going to be our term that we will add to create a perfect square trinomial. That's our b value, 6. So we're going to take 6 over 2 and square that. 6 over 2 is 3. 3 squared is 9. So we're going to add 9. What we do to one side of the equation, we have to do to the other side of the equation so as not to change the actual values. And our new equation, updated equation, is now x squared plus 6x plus 9 equals 9 minus 8 is 1. Next, we have here a perfect square trinomial, so this can be factored out to look like this. X plus 9, the 9 is the b squared value, so the b value is 3. That entire term is squared, equals 1. And using this is a simple thing that we can solve from now. If we take the square root of both sides, we get the square root of a square is just the original value, which is x plus 3 here, equals positive or negative 1. And now we can solve for our two zeros. So we can set x plus 3 equal to 1, or x plus 3 equal to negative 1. Our first 0 is 1 minus 3 is negative 2, and our second 0 is negative 1 minus 3 is negative 4. So the zeros of this equation are x equals negative 2 and x equals negative 4. And we did that by using the method of completing the square.